Hello students, I am going to continue with the chapter vectors of 12th standard, exercise 5.2, example number 3. So the example is if the points A30P, B -1 Q3 and C -3 30 are collinear, and then find number 1 the ratio in which point C divides the line segment AB, and the second one, that is the value of P and Q. Means we are given that is these 3 points are collinear. Collinear means they lie on the same line, and we have to find that is in which ratio this point C divides line segment AB, and also we have to find out these values, that is P and Q. So here is the segment AB and the point C divides it. So whenever you are given that is point C divides, so you have to take that is it divides internally. So I am taking here the point C. It's not the midpoint, and m:n ratio we have to find, it's not given, and A, that is point A, you are given that is 30P, and B is -1 Q3 and C is -3 30. Here we consider that is A bar, small a bar is the position vector of A, C bar is position vector of C, and B bar is position vector of B. In this example we have to find out m:n and P and Q. Here we have to take that is whenever you have not given the ratio, you have to consider that this ratio is k:1 or λ:1. So already in this example there is these points we have to convert it into IJK form, that is in position vector form. There is already a k, and so here I am not taking k. Here first read this statement, that is point C divides this segment AB in the ratio k:1 or λ:1. So I am not taking k because already there is a k, and so instead of k:1 I am taking λ:1. So any of these two you can take any one. Here that is A bar, B bar, C bar are the position vectors of points A, B, C. You are given these points, and whenever we convert it into position vectors, this 3 becomes 3 I cap, 0 J cap, and P K cap. So there is already a k, and so I am not taking k:1, I am taking λ:1. And B is converted into minus I cap plus Q J cap and plus 3 K cap. Also C gets converted into minus 3 I cap plus 3 J cap and 0 K cap. Now I am going to use the section formula. So by section formula you already know MB bar. Instead of writing MB bar, I am taking this λB bar, because we already assumed that this ratio is λ:1. So λB bar plus 1 into A bar upon λ plus 1, and just now we have to just insert it the values. C bar as it is, so λ is as it is, just I am putting this value here. The value of A bar is, I am already find it here, plus there is 1, there is no need to write 1, and sorry, λB bar. So here we have to put down the value of B bar here, and 1 A bar. So A bar is 3 I cap plus 0 J cap and plus PK cap. Just I am putting this value of B bar and A bar from here, and upon λ plus 1 is as it is. After that I am going to put down the value of C bar also. The C bar is minus 3 I cap plus 3 J cap. There is no need to write 0 K cap. So here I am going to multiply this with this λ. Every term is multiplied by λ, and this term is as it is. Now from this λ plus 1 going to this side and get multiplied with this bracket, and from this I am going to take the common, that is I and J. So there are two terms of I, so I am taking I cap common, and in bracket we will get minus λ plus 3 and I is common. Next one, from this J is single term, so I write it as it is, and from this K terms I also take the K cap common and 3 λ plus P in the bracket. After that I am also going to multiply this bracket with this λ and 1 and taking the I cap common, so I write it directly. So I cap common, in bracket I get minus 3 is common, and lambda plus 1, and next one j is common and 3 is common, lambda plus 1. I just multiply this bracket by lambda, after that 1, and after that I am going to take the I cap and j cap common, and these terms are as it is. Now we are to equating the coefficients on both sides. So here is the I terms, then j terms, there is no k term, so here there is no anyone for k, then there is a 0, remember this one. So equating the coefficients on both sides, when we compare this I cap, we get that is minus 3 in bracket lambda plus 1 is equals to minus lambda plus 3, and second one, that is 3 in bracket lambda plus 1 is equals to lambda q, and the last one, that is 3 lambda plus p, there is no 1, so there is a 0. So in this way we get this 3 members by equating the coefficients. So we're going to multiply this bracket by minus 3, so we get minus 3 lambda minus 3 minus lambda plus 3, minus 3 lambda, this minus will become plus, it's a lambda, and 3, and this minus 3 becomes plus 3. So the answer of this one is minus 2 lambda and 6. So lambda is equals to 6 upon minus 2. So the answer of lambda is minus 3. So here we get the value of lambda is minus 3. Means here we consider that is the point C divides the segment AB in the ratio lambda is to 1. The value of lambda is negative. Why? Because here C, we solve this example taking that C divides the segment internally, but whenever you get the value of lambda is minus 3, there must be that this point C divides the line segment externally. So this minus sign indicates that point C divides the segment externally, and so we have to write down that point C divides the segment AB externally in the ratio 3:1. Then don't write minus, because the meaning of minus means it divides externally. Just we have to write down it divides in the ratio 3:1. So this is the answer of m is to n, that is the m is to n is nothing but 3:1. After that we have to find out the value of p and q. So here we are already writing these two terms by equating the coefficients on both sides. So here we just going to put down the value of lambda, that is minus 3. So minus 3 plus 1, there is lambda q, minus 2, so we get minus 6, and here the value of lambda is minus 3, minus minus plus, so 6 upon 3, the value of q we get that is 2. And the last one, that is here we compare this with k coefficient. So k coefficient is 0. So 3 lambda plus p is equals to 0. The value of lambda is minus 3 plus p is equals to 0. So minus 9 plus p is equals to 0. And so the value of p is 9. So this is all about the example. Now we see the example number 4. The position vector of points A and B are 6 a bar plus 2 b bar and a bar minus 3 b bar. So these are the position vectors of a bar and b bar. Generally for position vector of A we take the small a bar, but in this example we don't do this because we already given that is the position vector of A is in the form of this one and b in the form of a bar minus 3b bar. If the point C divides AB in the ratio 3:2. So see, in this example also we have not given point C divides it externally or internally. So in example, if you are not given the division, that is it is internally or externally, then always you have to take the internally. So point C, here we consider that it divides the segment AB internally in the ratio 3:2, and then show that the position vector of C is 3a bar minus b bar. So it's very simple. We are given the position vectors of a bar and b bar. A and b, that is 6a bar plus 2b bar and a bar minus 3b bar. So here we consider the segment AB, and segment AB is divided by this point C internally in the ratio 3:1. Here we are given the 3:1 means we are given the m is to n ratio. position vector, I am not going to write the position vector of A is A bar, because we are already given the position vectors in the form of 6A bar plus 2B bar, and the position vector of B is A bar minus 3B bar. But I am going to take the position vector of C as a C bar. Now by section formula for internal division, how we can write, that is M B bar, but I am not taking this B bar, so I am going to write down this bracket. So M into this bracket plus 2 into this bracket upon A3 plus 2, and just we have to solve this. So C bar is equals to 3A bar minus 9B bar plus 12B A bar and plus 4B bar upon 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. So 3A plus 12, that is 15A bar minus 9 plus 4 is minus B bar. So from this I am going to take the 5 common. So in bracket we get 3A bar minus B bar. 5 get cancelled, and so we get the answer, that is 3A bar minus B bar. Hence proof, because we have to show that is point C is 3A bar minus B bar, and our answer is also same. Now see the example number 5. Prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of the adjacent sides of a quadrilateral form a parallelogram. So this is the symbol of parallelogram. So here we have to show that the line segment joining the midpoints of adjacent side of quadrilateral. So we have to take any quadrilateral. So this one is A, B, C, D is any quadrilateral, and we have to join the midpoints of the segments or adjacent sides of this quadrilateral. So here P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of DC, and S is the midpoint of AD. And just I am going to join this, and we have to show that the sides, that is this quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. We have to show that it is a parallelogram. So to prove quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram, so you know that is what is the definition of the parallelogram. So if the opposite sides are parallel, then it is a parallelogram. Means we have to show that in this quadrilateral PQRS opposite sides are parallel, means PQ is parallel to SR, we have to show, and PS is parallel to QR. So here A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, see the small letters, and P bar, Q bar, R bar, S bar are the position vectors of the points A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S. So all these small letters represents the position vectors of these points, capital letters points. Next one, I already told that is P is the midpoint of AB, that is P, Q, R, S are the midpoints of the segment AB, BC, CD and AD respectively. After that I am going to use the midpoint formula for each this point. So you know that is here there is A bar and there is a B bar. Just I am going to write down. After that it is a C bar, then it is a D bar. So these are the position vectors. So we can write this P using this midpoint formula, P bar. So here is also P bar, then Q bar, then R bar and S bar. So using this midpoint formula, P bar is equals to A bar plus B bar upon 2. Q bar is equals to B bar plus C bar upon 2. R bar is equals to C bar plus D bar upon 2. And S bar is equals to A bar plus D bar upon 2. So I already told you that whenever we have to show that is this quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram, we have to show that opposite sides are parallel. And opposite sides are parallel means to show the opposite sides parallel, what we have to do? We have to show that is the opposite sides or opposite vectors are equal. So these, that is SR or PQ, we have to show these two vectors. These two vectors are equal. So whenever the two vectors are equal, they are in the same direction. So we have to show that these two vectors are equal, and these two vectors, that is PS and QR. So see the direction. SR. Whenever you take the SR, you have to take PQ. So we have to show this PQ and SR are equal, and this PS and QR are equal. So I repeat this, that is, whenever we have to prove that is PQRS is a parallelogram, we have to show that opposite sides are parallel. And to show the opposite sides parallel, we have to show that is the opposite sides, that is opposite vectors are equal. That is, if vectors are equal, then they are in the same direction. So I am going to take this SR. So SR and a PQ. First I am going to show these two are equal. So see this SR is equals to, how we can write this in the form of position vector? R bar minus S bar. So here I write that is S bar minus, sorry, R bar minus S bar. So we already find out the answer, that is R bar. The answer of R bar is, here we already find that is C bar plus D bar upon 2. So here I write that is C bar plus D bar upon 2 minus the answer for S bar. So the S bar is A bar plus D bar upon 2. So here also I am going to write that is A bar plus D bar upon 2. So here I am going to take the LCM, that is the base is same, C bar plus D bar minus A bar, and minus A bar and minus D bar. So this D bar get cancelled, we get the answer, that is C bar minus A bar upon 2. So this is the answer for SR bar. Now we have to show that is PQ bar. So see again, SR bar first I am going to take, and after that PQ bar. So PQ, don't change the direction. PQ, so we write here that is Q bar minus P bar. जो last letter we have seen, that is Q. So Q bar minus P bar. So the answer for Q bar is B bar plus C bar upon 2, and for P bar it is A bar plus B bar upon 2. So here we have to take the subtraction. So the LCM is 2, B bar plus C bar minus A bar minus B bar. So B bar get cancelled, and here we get that is C bar minus A bar upon 2. And hence we show that the answers are same, means these two vectors are equal. And so SR bar is equals to PQ bar. And whenever the two vectors are equal, they are also parallel. And so SR bar is parallel to PQ bar. And similarly we can prove that is PS bar is a parallel to QR bar. See the figure. So PS bar. So PS bar and QR bars, we can also show that they are parallel. And hence PQRS is a parallelogram, and hence we prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of adjacent sides of a quadrilateral form a parallelogram. We have to write down this statement again. So this is all about the first 5 examples from this exercise, that is exercise 5.2. The remaining examples we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.